July is rainy season in most of the part of the world. So most of the time you will not get ideal condition to observe things, but still you have plenty of very exciting things to observe in July. So if a sky permit, you can try these events in July. So most attractive event in July are supermoon on 13th of July and Delta Accords meteor shower on which will be peaked on 27 and 28th July. But there are many other astronomical events in July which I am trying to summarize in next few minutes. On July 11, there will be Mercury at perihelion. Mercury's 88-day orbit around the Sun will carry it to its closest point to the Sun, which is its perihelion, at a distance of 0.31 AU from the Sun. Unlike most of the planets, which follow almost exactly circular orbits around the Sun, only varying in their distance from the Sun by a few percent, Mercury has a significantly elliptical orbit. At perihelion, when it is closest to the Sun, Mercury's distance from the Sun is 0.307 AU. At aphelion, it is 0.467 AU. Its surface absorbs more than twice as much energy from the Sun at perihelion as opposed to aphelion due to this variation, which is greater than 50%. Since ground-based telescopes are unable to resolve much, if any, surface details, this has little effect on how Mercury appears via telescopes. Although its changing seasons have a remarkable impact on its surface temperature, amateur observers hardly notice any variation. On July 13, there will be supermoon. The face of the moon, which will be completely illuminated, will be on the opposite side of the Earth from the Sun. The supermoon phase will start around 1.36 UTC. For 2022, this is the final supermoon. The moon may appear a little bigger and brighter than normal because it will be getting close to its closest point to the Earth. On July 16, there will be conjunction of Moon and Saturn. With the Moon passing 4 degree to Saturn's south, the Moon and Saturn will have the same right accession. There will be a 16-day-old Moon at that time. The two objects will also make a close approach, which is known as apples, at this moment. The Moon will be in the constellation Capricornus at magnitude minus 12.7 and Saturn will be at magnitude 0.4. The duo will be too far apart for a telescope to see them together, but they will still be visible to the naked eye or with a pair of binoculars. On July 17, Mercury will be at superior solar conjunction. As its orbit brings it around the other side of the solar system from Earth, Mercury will pass very close to the Sun in the sky. This marks the end of Mercury's morning sky apparition and the beginning of the transformation into an evening object over the following several weeks. This occurs once throughout each of the planet's 116-day synodic cycles. At its closest, Mercury will seem barely 1.1 degree 31 arcminute from the Sun, making it completely invisible for several weeks as it is obscured by the sun's glare. Since Mercury will be directly opposite the Earth in the solar system, it will also pass apogee, the point in time when it is farthest distance from the Earth, around the same time. It will move to a separation from Earth of 1.33 AU, making it appear small and far away. If it come, if it could be seen, it would have a diameter of 5 arcsecond and appear to be fully lighted. On July 19, there will be conjunction of Moon and Jupiter. The Moon will pass around 2 degrees to the south of Jupiter at 0459 UTC, sharing the same right ascension with Jupiter. There will be a 20-day-old moon at that time. At around the same time, the two objects will also make a close approach, which is known as an apples. Both the moon and Jupiter will be in the constellation Cetus at magnitude -12.2 and -2.6 respectively. The duo will be too far apart for a telescope to see them together, but they will still be visible to the unaided eye or with a pair of binoculars. On July 21, there will be lunar occultation of Mars and Uranus. In a rare astronomical event, Moon will pass in front of Mars and Uranus on the very same day. On July 26, conjunction of Moon and Venus will take place. The Moon will pass 4 degree 10 arc minute to the north of Venus and will have the same right ascension as Venus. There will be a 27-day-old moon at that time. Both the Moon and Venus will be in the constellation Gemini at magnitude -9.1 and -3.9 respectively. The duo will be too far apart for a telescope to see them together, but they will still be visible to the unaided eye or with a pair of binoculars. So this will be the ideal chance to take photograph of Moon and Venus together. On July 27 and 28, Delta Aquarids meteor will peak. The Delta Aquarids are a common shower that at its peak can generate up to 20 meteors every hour. It is created by the debris that comets Martian and Crust have left behind. Every year, the shower takes place from July 12 to August 23. This year, the evening of July 28 and the morning of July 29 will see its peak. Since there will be a new moon on July 28th, there will be dark sky and excellent viewing conditions, making this a great year for this art. After midnight, viewing will be most comfortable from a dark area. Aquarids will be the source of meteors, though they may show elsewhere in the sky as well. On July 30, there will be conjunction of Moon and Mercury. The Moon will pass 3 degree 35 arc minute to the north of Mercury and will have the same right ascension as Mercury. It will be the Moon's first day. Both the Moon and Mercury will be in the constellation Leo at magnification of 7.9 and 0.7 respectively. The duo will be too far apart for a telescope to see them, but they will still be visible to the naked eye or with a pair of binoculars. With your good observations of these astronomical events. Thanks a lot.